At this time, we'll recognize Strong Rock Christian School's 2018 Valedictorian, Miss Grace Partain. The medallion she's wearing reflects her prestigious honor as the highest-ranking graduate of our senior class. The term valedictorian comes from a Latin phrase that means to say farewell. Historically rooted in the valedictorian's traditional role as the final speaker at the graduation ceremony before students receive their diplomas. Grace is the daughter of Tripp and Megan Partain and sister of Julia Partain. Grace is a well-rounded student. She was a part of the first Y Club that the school held and helped grow its membership from 7 members in our first year to over 30 at the current time. As part of this club, she served as vice president and president on the local school level and was the House floor leader for the Youth Assembly at the state level. While at Youth Assembly, Grace won Best Bill Award for the best written bill at the conference. Other clubs and sports Grace has participated in are National Honor Society, Beta Club, varsity volleyball, track, soccer, earning a total of 9 letters throughout her high school career. She served as captain or co-captain for many of those teams. She earned recognition on the All-Area Team for soccer twice and won the Golden Boot Award and the Strong Rock Award for soccer. She was also named Henry County Athlete of the Year this year for Strong Rock Christian School. On the fine arts level, Grace has played in the honors program, piano program for 4 years and has earned superior ratings all 4 years at our ACSI Piano Festival. Grace has helped with various service ministry projects such as collecting and delivering needs for homeless dogs in Praying for Paws, collecting and delivering toys at Christmas for less fortunate children, and helping neighbors clean up after some of the storms that we've had over the past several years. While doing all this, Grace has maintained a 4.7882 grade point average and has taken 12 honors level classes, 11 advanced placement classes, and 3 dual enrollment classes, while staying on the exemplary honor roll throughout her high school career. Grace was accepted at every major university that she applied to, including the University of Alabama, the University of Georgia, and Georgia Tech. She's chosen to enroll in the honors program at Kennesaw State University to pursue a degree in exercise medicine with the hopes of running her own physical therapy practice one day to focus on children and young adults. She was also awarded a scholarship at KSU for their Great Books program, and she won the Henry County Republican Women's Scholarship, as well as the Zell Miller Scholarship. It's my honor and privilege to present to you today Strong Rock Christian School Classes 2018 Valedictorian, Miss Grace Partain.
Good morning, graduating class of 2018. Something I believe that we can all agree on is that senior year hit us pretty hard, just as Lauren and the concussion that she got on the very first night of senior retreat. What a start! This year, we not only learned what it was like to be the oldest kids in our hallways shared with preschoolers, but we also learned how fast to slide the salt or hot sauce down a table so we wouldn't have to be the ones assigned to clean them up. Never has one disappeared faster than when the math department rounded that corner in the last few minutes of lunch looking to see who's closest to the shaker. In a few short or rather long minutes, we will be referred to as the Strong Rock Class of 2018 alumni, a title I believe we are all more than ready to wear. To get to this moment, though, we had several laughs to check off of our high school to-do list, such as lunch, long knee-highs, clean-shaven faces, haircuts above the ears, figure-flattering skirts, and, of course, the beloved blazers. Most of which we're not going to miss too much. While those last were pretty easy to let go of, others were harder to say goodbye to. Some of these moments include our last prom, where we danced more on the ride home than on the dance floor. Our last Friday night under the lights watching our football team have their best season yet, including winning homecoming and making it to playoffs. Our last time playing volleyball, softball, cross country, or track to leave everything out there. Or the last time putting on our cleats for soccer and warming up with Annie, my passing partner since 6th grade. With 4 seniors graduating to play at the collegiate level, we more than made our mark in these areas and left big shoes for those beneath us to fill. For others, it was their last drama production, art show, band, piano, or chorus concert, alongside people that they have performed with for years. A goodbye that hurt just as much. Once we graduate, there will be no more Snapchats about how senior year is stressful, or seeing the same Friday video posted on at least 10 people's Snapchats after school on Friday. No more writing Mad Libs with Mr. B with the name Ryler Tauberts, or watching CNN 10 every morning. No more wondering why the phone is ringing, listening to how the Georgia-Alabama game could have gone differently, figuring out if there was a refresher due today or not, and no more wondering why Ryan wouldn't jump off the blob at senior retreat after standing there for at least 10 minutes when he bragged about it for 2 weeks, saying he was gonna send it. But that's tough. All right. No more leaving a mark, not only at Strong Rock, but also at some people's houses with some new toilet paper decorations for our off-campus prank, only to get hit hard once again by a brick mailbox straight to the face. These are some of the moments that meant the most to our class and will be remembered the longest after we leave. Thanks to Strong Rock, we learned giving to others is better than receiving, that service is the most important way to mission, and that our actions speak much louder than our words. This was evident when our class hosted the first trunk or treat for the elementary school, where they visited not only Noah's Ark, the Safari, and Candyland, but also 3 Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin trunks. Needless to say, we learned communication is pretty important. Some other things we learned include that all husbands must be there when their wife is having a baby. Thank you, Coach McCullers. Or that the teachers will see the hot sauce hiding under the cafeteria table, no matter how much you pretend you didn't put it there and that you don't see it. We also learned that depending on who you ask, you may be able to check out a little earlier than designated to change for games. We learned that Mrs. Fletcher's Twitter, at KellyFletcher9, can give very inspirational advice such as, "Bruh, that was a charge, win it for Carter." Or most famously, the question of 2017, "Savage, why you got a 12-car garage and you only got 6 cars?" And finally, we learned that Danielle Smith is one of the strongest women alive, not only for beating breast cancer, but also for putting up and dealing with our class for nearly 3 years with little to no complaints. Right now, we all feel on top of the world. We're graduating high school and headed to college, where we'll begin a new chapter in our lives with new people in new places. We will soon create new memories that we will laugh about in the future, while remembering some of the good times we had here in high school. As Andy Bernard puts it in The Office, a show we've all heard Mr. B quote once or twice, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you actually love them." While we may be leaving some good old days behind us, we're soon to create more in the future as we leave high school and enter the real world. Soon, we will learn that although the future may be mostly bright, it will also be dark at times, where we will have to work harder than we have ever worked before, and where we must trust in God to deliver us through any trial He has brought us to. It won't be easy, but everything we have done and will accomplish in the future will all be worth it in the end. We must have hope in all the things that we cannot see. We must do what our parents, teachers, coaches, directors, and other influences have taught us to do and stay true to who we are and who we have been raised to be. While we may not always be with them, we can always call on them to help us in times of trouble. I have always been able to count on my mother for advice, even if I didn't really ask for it, and on her to be the second loudest person in the stands right behind my dad, who will always be the loudest man in the stands, yelling at me so I know what I need to fix and giving me a slight head tilt and slow gap if I did what I was supposed to do. You just may not have wanted to be on a backseat rider on some of our car rides home after some of the games. Over all of the years. I could always count on my sister to set the bar so high that it was almost unsurpassable, even now as she's set to graduate a year early. But I hate to tell you, sis, I think I got you on this one. I can always count on my grandparents to love and comfort me no matter what I look like or do. But I could not be here today without the help of Goody, who would sit with me for countless hours, reviewing papers and teaching me everything I needed to know, but not always wanted to know about English. And when I say review, I mean tell me everything that I was doing wrong, which was quite a lot. And you can just ask all the empty red pens that are laying in a landfill somewhere. Hopefully there won't be too many tips on this one since I wouldn't let her read it. I wouldn't be the woman that I am today without all of my family, so thank you. After today, many of you I will honestly never see again. Others I may see on accident, and some will see on purpose, as will be the same for all of you. People I have been with nearly every day for the past 4 to 8 years will become people that I once knew. Yet you have all impacted me in some way over time and have taught me something that I needed to learn, so I thank you, and I'm honored to be the valedictorian of this graduating class. I wish for all of us to chase our dreams, achieve whatever we wish for in life, no matter what that may be, and challenge the status quo that is set before us. In a few moments, we'll move our tassels from one side to another, changing our lives forever. And we will leave this place having left a legacy I am sure they will not soon forget. Thank you for listening, and in the words of our favorite counselor, dilly dilly.